Say 2020, everybody.
Hey guys, welcome back to another Rare podcast. We're almost freaking done with 2020. It's crazy to even think that we're almost done. I remember like it was yesterday. It was like March or like when it was my birthday and we went into lockdown. It's like this is just like insanity to me, and we're almost done.
Another birthday then, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, I still have my birthday. Is it gonna get worse? Like, what's gonna happen on my birthday on Friday the 13th next time? Like, aliens are gonna come?
Well, I mean, they're already here, so there's that.
Wasn't that?
Apparently.
You're
Wasn't
right. Our aliens are here.
Yeah.
Welcome our new guest, Azrael's a go over here. And you know him, the actual alien star killer,
Yo,
Mike.
What's up, guys?
So yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I think aliens are definitely gonna come in 2021. You know, they signed. There's 180 days. So like 180 days from today, the government's gonna tell us what they know about aliens. How ridiculous is that? That they signed that into a bill.
How hilarious would it be if they're like, all right, guys, we know nothing.
Dude,
No,
I saw that post on your thing. It spooked me. I was like, what? This is not real. And then you look into it. It's like, yeah, this is it's legit.
Yeah, of course it's legit. You think I'd lie?
Well,
You think Joe Rogan would lie?
Joe Rogan.
That was Joe
lying.
Rogan. That was Ro Jogan.
Oh, Ro Jogan. We're gonna call you Ro Jogan from now on.
Yeah.
It's okay, young Johnny.
Young Johnny.
Young Johnny.
No,
Look out for
man.
that next hot album coming out, 2021.
Oh, man. I mean, wow, what a crazy year. I'm very happy it's almost done.
Yeah,
Me
man.
too.
What's the best memory you've had this year?
Starting the Rare Company.
Oh wow. There you go.
What a
There you go.
cliche moment, but okay.
Let's do a little bit of clap to that, guys.
All right. We'll give it a little clap.
Okay, so we're just gonna go around the table, or how's this
Yeah,
work?
you go next, mister.
Oh, me? Best. What was the question? I forgot. I wasn't paying attention.
Can you pay attention, Star
Go
Killer?
ahead, you next.
Dude, what was your best memory in
best
2020?
memory. Oh, I thought you said worst. I've had a lot of worst. Let's see. Best memory that I had. Let's see. I think when I got into streaming, that was pretty cool. But I don't know if that was my best memory. Probably. It's a tough one. It's tough. Yeah, I'm just gonna say for the sake of memory, I think it was probably streaming.
I think you got into the streaming before we did, huh?
Yeah, a
I
little
remember
bit
that.
before that, I was doing Twitch. I just started playing on Battlefront for a little bit, and I just was constantly wearing the mask, and just getting through that for like the first 2 months was interesting because it always got hot, especially during the summer. So yeah, I would say that was just a pretty good memory, pretty fun. I mean, there wasn't a lot to do during the whole year to begin with, so I figured that might as well make myself a public figure in a way. I don't know, for fun. So yeah, I guess that would be a pretty good memory right there. Streaming, Twitch, all that.
How about you, Ezra?
Coming to Earth would probably be the first one, right?
Yes,
There you
for
go.
sure, for sure. I
What?
can't tell you other planets back out there like just dwindling down, you know. But no, for me, like a good memory would be like probably spending time with my nephew and little sister. Like I didn't take the time to spend time with them. Like they're still young, obviously. She's like 2 years old, and my nephew's 2 years old, but. I didn't spend time with her like earlier on before a lot of other things happened. So it's like 2020 is like kind of like I do have my good memories, but I think like the bad outweighs the good. So it's kind of like
I'm
rough for me, you know. So yeah.
I'm on the same boat with him because that's when I started working a lot more as well. So I mean, definitely you're gonna spend time with your family for sure because you're already at that house. So it's sort of it gives time for you to build those sorts of connections with family. So I mean, I guess that's the best we could really say, which is not bad at all. It's actually a really good thing. Build up connections that maybe have been lost, or I don't know,
Yeah.
or build new ones.
Just spending more time with your family. I think everyone's learned that throughout this past year. Like just family's important.
That's for sure.
Definitely. That's a very great point. We have to take all the positives from this year. That's for sure. But anyway, I mean, how about all these new seasons of Star Wars going to come out from this year? How about all these new movies that are going to come out? I think there's a lot to look forward in 2021.
I was just going to say, I think the best thing about, or one of the best things about 2020 is the fact that Star Wars saved it.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. The
Disney Plus
Mandalorian?
saved it. Yes, seriously.
Oh, what else came out in 2020 that was like, okay.
The Dodgers winning the World
Oh,
Series.
shit.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
the
Are you
Dodgers
kidding?
won. The Lakers won.
Lakers won. LA, baby.
they-
right there,
LA,
back to
baby.
back.
Yeah, crazy. Like, that's awesome. That's awesome that they all came through.
Yeah, I mean, the World Series was like, it was a little bit of a stressful one for me because what was it, Game 3 or Game?
Stressful.
4?
Did you have money on it?
Yeah, no, I didn't.
That's
have
what I
money.
thought.
Hey man, they
Stressful
lost-
my ass.
They lost to the Astros, and I was already upset with that because the Astros already got caught for cheating.
Oh.
Yeah, but the Astros got a little pat in the back for cheating. They didn't get. They should have been stripped of
You
their
mean a slap
titles.
on
They
the
should've.
wrist kind of thing.
They should have.
Yeah, they got nothing. No, they really just were like, oh, we're gonna fire the
So,
coaches, but you're chilling.
I think I have a question for you guys that might set you guys off though.
No.
Being that, so my wife is definitely into sports and stuff, right?
I'm also a Yankees fan though.
So anybody who's into sports,
You're Dodger leaning.
they see what the Astros
Yeah, but-
did as something bad. Frown
Yeah.
upon, you should not do that.
Right.
But I argue,
Oh no.
is it cheating though? Because let's say if you're going to go into a fight, do you not study your opponent's moves?
Wait, do you know what even happened?
What?
Do you
Yeah.
even know what happened? What happened?
Yeah, they'd studied the other teams like plays and stuff like that, and so like they learned what they're gonna do.
No,
Dude, they were visually.
No.
They
they were telling people they were banging on a drum and had monitors on their body to tell them if they were getting a fastball, a curveball, a slider. They were telling them exactly what pitch was coming through an electronic monitor in their jerseys.
Yeah.
Tell me that's fair.
That's-
That's doing their work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
well,
right,
okay,
there you go.
yeah,
Oh,
Because
come
what
on.
I heard is that they studied the
No,
other
you
team
can.
and,
That's
like,
fair.
did
No,
that.
you
That's
can
what I'm
study
saying.
the other team. That's
Yeah.
that's fair play. But you can't have monitors on your body or tell like you can't look at the coaches and tell
I
them
get
like
you. Yeah, that okay. I get you. Okay.
yeah. There's no question that was cheating.
It would be
This
like if I went into boxing and I kicked someone right in the fucking groin. You know, that's not cool. You know.
No.
That's not the same comparison at all. But nice try to get in this conversation. But yeah, that was horrible.
Yeah.
But definitely, I mean. Anyway, can we not talk about the negatives here?
We're
The
actually
Dodgers
talking about
won.
2017. This is not even 2020 anymore.
The Dodgers won. The Lakers won. Unfortunately, Kobe died. Rest in peace.
Dude,
That was
heartbroken.
crazy. I mean, that was like the start of the year. We had all the fires.
We're still having fun.
Very positives right there.
Yeah. Dude,
But but now we
It's
have.
like, let's keep with the positives.
Keep going,
We
what
had
else
so many
happened?
fires. It
Killer
happened.
bees. Remember when those killer bees happened?
No, those
The
were just
Super
those are
Hornets?
just a
Yeah.
scare. Those are just a scare. The murder hornets. That was just like
Wait, when was that?
only there was like in Oregon.
Yeah.
It wasn't that
Oh,
big of a
Oregon.
thing.
Yeah.
And even like the big YouTube guy who like gets stung by them, it was
Oh.
chilling. Like he got stung by one.
Yeah, he was chilling.
And
Dude
he was
on
like,
the
"Oh, they
ground.
would never." Dude, but he
He was on the ground. Did you see how much pain he was? He was like, ah.
I saw the video. Obviously, he was in pain, but he said they're not gonna go for you. Like they're not gonna go for humans. And like the problem was is that they were gonna kill bees. Like they're known as murder hornets because they kill bees.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
then that big video came out where like
It's
the
ripping
hornet
its
came
head
out
off
and then
stuff.
all the bees came and like swarmed him and like heated
the
him to
bee.
death or something like that.
Yeah.
Like they couldn't kill him by like actually killing him, but they heated him to death or
Which,
something.
yeah, you're thinking what bees do is they're actually cooking the actual hornet to death. They burrow up, and because there's this heat around that surrounds the bees, that's how they basically kill
Yeah.
a bigger foe.
That was cool.
Crazy. I mean, crazy.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Um,
Bees are fucking intelligent.
yeah.
they're obviously needed in our
Dude, I
society.
hate these, man. I'm telling you, man. I was chilling. I was straight chilling, bro, waiting for my portos. I felt like a leaf fall on my fucking forehead. And I was like, huh, what is this? It's a fucking bee, man. I grab it, I'm like, oh, hell no. And that shit stings my fucking finger.
Oh, no.
I'm like, what? are
There's
the odds,
nothing.
man?
There's nothing worse than
I'm
getting
sure
stung in the
about that.
finger by a bee. Like I don't know what it is, but getting stung in the finger is
Dude.
like the
It's
worst.
just a
Dude.
pulsing pain.
Like if it's
got
like
worse.
your arm.
You have a lot of nerve endings in the fingers.
He's like, okay, what? No, I got worse. Like, I got stung behind the ear.
Oh, shit, yeah, that's definitely.
And then imagine just pushing it back.
Oh,
That happened to
man.
me 3 times when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And ever since then, I've had this phobia of like bees, and it's like
So
horrible.
So you're scared of bees?
Yeah, it's like the Indiana Jones is afraid of snakes. I'm afraid of bees, dude.
Wow.
Legit.
I don't know. Bees are kind of.
I've never had bees chase me.
Unharmful. Not harmful.
Harmful to me. Anytime I see one, it always comes up to me. Always lands on
But
me.
they're like gentle unless you actually like hit them or like.
No,
be
unless they
aggressive.
feel startled, obviously.
Yeah, like they're not gonna.
That bee was definitely started to close out.
Like the big, huge ones are scary as balls, but
The
like
big black ones
the
are just like
normal ones. Yeah, like you can just like it's like an engine or something.
Yeah.
Just a quick note, your thing is blinking red. I don't know what that means.
Oh, I'm muted. Oh, it's okay. Anyway.
Oh, no.
As I was saying, if you guys didn't hear me.
It's okay.
Wow.
I wasn't saying anything important.
That's unbelievable. I was muted this entire time. Oh my! I think I think it's unmuting itself for some reason because last time it was muted as well. Or
So
maybe
what's one of the first things you guys want to actually accomplish and do in 2021? I'm not saying like long-term goals,
Resolutions?
nothing like that. Not even just a resolution, but like what's the first thing you want to do and accomplish? Like a small kind of goal.
A small kind of goal.
Have a job.
have a job.
I don't know, dude. I got like several goals, but if I were to
We need one.
I know. I'm gonna pick one. If I were to pick one,
Just
it
one.
would be just to continue streaming. That's it. Be more consistent about it, and that would be my
Okay,
thing. Yeah.
Kyle.
I don't know.
What do you mean? You
Not
asked the
sure,
question.
man.
You
What
asked.
bucket I
You
want.
asked the question.
I think what I want to do is, it's just gonna basically be like resolutions. No, I don't. I mean, okay, my main resolution, I definitely want to work out more and take out the excuse of, oh, I'm just at home,
Yeah,
because I have all that.
that's good.
No, all I'm saying is like I think the first thing I want to do, honestly, it's just like I want to read more. You know, I want to do more.
Yeah,
devotionals
For sure.
and,
That's
like,
something
Bible
that I
studies and
started
stuff,
doing
yeah.
too recently.
They say the more books you read, the more you can actually start off a business.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you just become more literate and you just have more knowledge and
I've
can
noticed
voice
too-
yourself better.
Yeah, I've noticed too, like your vocabulary is just a lot more extensive.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like you're not constantly saying like you know,
Mhm.
And.
like
Oh.
and you know. Yeah.
Wow. Yes, like that. Like
So like yeah,
Yeah, bro. I mean, just
Bro.
it was like that.
it was like
But
Okay.
you know,
Pick up a book, for Christ's sake.
yeah.
wow.
a lot can be said with a little.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, guys, the epitome of our new year.
Oh shit.
Don't worry, we're leaving this all behind.
2021 years
We're leaving
later.
all behind in the past.
Yeah.
It'll be good. We're going into a new year. Let the past die, as the infamous Kylo Ren once said.
Let the past die.
Let the past die.
Okay. Yeah.
I guess. I mean,
Let 2020 die. Let's just say that. Let's
Well,
just
that's
let
the past, isn't it?
Fuck 2020. That's it.
yes, definitely. I mean,
Who
I
else thinks it's crazy though that 100% this will be in history books?
Oh, for sure.
I've thought about
I
that.
mean,
You know what I'm saying?
It's basically we backtracked like a couple of years. It's like we're going through another depression in a way, and
Yeah.
like everyone's lost their jobs, and it's far worse than back then. You know, like everyone, a lot of people
It's
are getting
affected
evicted.
everyone, everything.
Yes,
Not
every
just a small part.
not
a
like
large
every
part.
single person, and obviously there's gonna be those people who are like just no, like what are you talking about? COVID? What COVID? What does it even
The
exist?
people who
Is
live
it
in their
real?
own like community mansions,
who are
basically.
entitled, yeah, obviously. So it's kind of like, where was I going with this? I kind of
Well,
blanked out for
COVID.
some reason.
People.
but yes,
It's easy. No, I've
it
heard-
will be in the history books 100%.
Yes, that's
It's
what
I
gonna be
mean-
crazy though. You're gonna look at your grandkids and be like, yes, I survived 2020 when they ran out of toilet paper.
Oh my God.
You know,
I
why
remember
was that
when
a
I was
thing?
fighting for that PS5, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, I mean, okay.
I would feel, honestly, to God, feel embarrassed if I had to tell my kids that. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I had a fight for toilet paper. But I mean, I don't understand the logic between that.
I mean, it's only because everyone went into a panic. So it was like everyone just started running to the stores. They started taking everything. You know, they're like, oh, we need this. And it was funny because everyone's going for like meats and stuff, but like your body needs your vegetables, you know, to be healthy, to sustain itself,
agree.
you know?
I agree.
So it's like all the meat supply was gone, but yet all the vegetation was there, you know?
Well,
So-
also because I mean you can't really grow meats you can grow vegetation any day
Yeah.
as long as you have the seeds.
But my point being is like, you're trying to stay healthy, right? And I mean, meat's not gonna.
No, bro, you go down the frozen food aisle.
just
grab a couple cheeseburgers.
Don't get into that.
No, I remember somebody making a TikTok of it. They're like walking down the aisles and like all the frozen burritos are gone. the
Yeah,
frozen
there you
pizzas
go.
are gone,
Exactly.
but not the lean cuisine.
We want to talk about some controversy with meat. What about the Beyond Meat with that, that stuff that's grown into labs?
What about it?
Well, they're taking a single organism. Like,
I've heard actually the Impossible meat and stuff's really good.
yeah.
I've
that-
actually had a customer before when I used to work at a restaurant. They're like, "This is real meat." I'm like, "No, it's not.
Oh my God.
It tastes like it. What do you want it to taste like?"
That's the point of it, right? That's why you're eating it.
I'm sorry, ma'am. It doesn't taste like dirt.
Well, I heard it's worse for you because
Is
it's a lot of chemicals. Yeah, it's chemical.
I heard some stuff.
Think it's
about
not good for you.
There's some backlash on that company.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
not heard it.
I mean,
this is the first for me.
The stocks are somewhat going up, but it's just like
Yeah.
it's bad for you because it's a lot of chemicals and most that goes with a lot of things like
At the end of the day,
Like-
process is worse than unprocessed.
exactly like
Yeah.
stuff that's not actually like butter versus butter that's actually not butter is like worse,
Yeah,
or like Diet Coke is actually worse for you than regular Coke.
exactly.
It's
Yeah.
like
Have you seen people light the Cheetos on fire?
Oh, and
What?
they're
That's a
just
thing?
And it'll hold its fire, the
Yeah.
flame like a candle.
It'll just stay lit. It's
I
like,
didn't know that.
there's a lot of shit, like all these chips and all these like things that they give to us, like just as a snack. It's kind of like you're basically putting paper and like shit and cardboard and shit in your body.
Rubbers,
It's like,
yeah.
whatever it is. It's
dude, Cheetos are
disgusting.
so good.
Yeah.
Can we
Yeah.
get something
But
straight
even
here?
like Coca-Cola, dude, it blew my mind back in the day too when I first learned this. That
Oh, and they
you can
boiled
pour
it.
you can pour Coca-Cola on like a rusty old bumper and leave it there for a little bit, and you wipe it off and like basically.
Oh, it
gets
rid of the rust.
I've
right?
seen those videos on Instagram. I just didn't think
It's
they
like,
were
and
real.
we drink this.
Yes, I know. Think about what it's doing to your stomach, like to your
Ugh.
insides.
Oh.
I mean, our stomachs are pretty strong with like
With
the
acidic
acids and everything like
yeah,
that. Like it
for sure.
tears away at most stuff, but
Yeah.
still,
Yet it
the
doesn't
fact that
tear.
it's in your system, it's like, oh, I'm gonna drink bleach because it cleans my clothes.
Yeah.
Wait, I drank bleach. It got rid of the COVID.
Dude.
I guess so. Well, there's the
Yeah, right. You guys
No
didn't
more
do that?
lungs, no more COVID.
Okay, obviously, please do not drink bleach.
Dude, remember when everyone was
that was
doing
a joke.
that
But what?
Tide Pod challenge?
Oh my.
I'm like a
God,
year
man.
late on this.
Oh
I
my
swear.
god!
people are
Wait,
so-
why
No,
why
you
would
remember the
retarded.
bath salt zombies?
Oh my
I
god!
don't
I've never
follow
heard of
these
that,
trends, man, but when I
but-
heard this
but
shit,
why-
I was
They were
just
eating
like,
people's
fuck.
faces off. It was a thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, remember the
Oh,
That was
guy?
the bath
Oh.
salt. People smoking or sniffing the bath salts, they turn
Oh.
into zombies, basically.
Yeah.
We had
I
those
think I might have
deer
heard
that were
about
legitimate. Yeah, that was one. Hold on. Let's preface that the decade's actually ending. Not just 2020, but the actual decade. It's gonna be. We're
Yeah,
going
from
into-
20.
Was it
was it
20th
2010 to
century?
2019?
Yeah, 2010 to
2010 to 2020.
2020. Yeah,
We're in the new decade.
we're in the
So
new.
The
is it
22nd
21st
century?
22nd.
2021.
So it goes from 2011
It's
to
not a
2000
century, dude. We're talking about decades.
decade.
Like the 1990s, the 2000s, 2010s.
Okay.
I always get confused about this shit. I don't know why.
Cool.
He's like, cool. I don't
think
care.
I think time-
it's a good point.
I think
it
time is
cool.
like irrelevant.
Time
Okay.
is irrelevant.
Yeah.
Well, why is that? What?
Time is of the essence.
Time is of the essence.
Well, that's contrary to what I'm. Well, I guess time is just somebody made up time. That's what I'm trying
yeah,
to
the
say.
sun just decided to go down at night. I think.
Yeah, but why do we get
And the
like
moon comes at.
who exact like why did we put an hour to each day? Like it helps us.
To be productive, to get stuff done.
Yeah,
Well, it keeps
exactly. That's the only reason. But like time doesn't really like there's
no,
no such
animals don't
thing.
go around saying, "Oh, it's 4 o'clock, time to go to the water hole."
Exactly. Like there's no real time, and there's no like
I mean,
actual
but
time
there's-
zones don't actually matter. They're actually not real.
Yeah, I think I hear what you're saying. Yeah.
I mean, but the world goes round because of these things. Like even with animals in nature, there still are some laws that apply to it.
They
Wait,
have
it-
the instincts
no,
like,
but
"Oh,
yeah,
It's
like,
just the
at
sun
this
is up.
time
It's
I
just
have
the,
to do
it's just the
this.
sun is up. Now it's based around the sun, but I just mean there's no such thing as like it's not really
It's kind of like
4
okay,
o'clock
like,
to like right
certain
now.
animals hunt during the day, certain animals hunt during the night.
yeah."
There's time frames right there.
Yeah.
Right? They know that at nighttime they have to go hunt because they feel safer because they can hide.
But see, the crazy thing is that all that is instinctual, whether they hunt it during the day, during the night, whether the seasons change, whether they flock.
It's
through
more like
area.
I'm hungry. Let's
See,
go
there's
hunt.
Seasons.
Yeah.
There's
It's
seasons.
dude. It's more like
I-
I'm hungry. Let's go hunt now. I don't have.
They have to
food, let's
learn
just
to
go
adapt
with it.
somehow. These animals that have
Yeah.
survived over time.
Now,
Either way-
I have a kind of crazy question for you guys to think of. You know,
Sure.
what's that movie? I think it was Interstellar.
Didn't see it, honestly.
What about
haven't
it?
seen
What
that
about
movie.
it?
Well, just
What
tell me
about-
the plot, and I'll get it.
What about signs?
Oh, wait, it's
basically,
not-
no. There's this scene in, I think it's Interstellar, where basically they're on like this kind of water planet or whatever, and then they're trying to do something. I forget what, but in the background in the music, you actually hear little ticks. Like every little tick's like, tick, tick, like every couple
Yes.
seconds or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a full day. It's 1.25 seconds. It's a full day going by on Earth. So every 1.25 seconds, one day is going by. So like they're there for an hour, they're gone for really
60 years.
somewhere like 7 years or something like that. It's gone by 10 years. It's
That's
pretty
how
crazy.
that's how life goes on other planets.
But like, I don't know. I mean,
Well, it's
how
a-
does that even work? How do you guys think that works?
Well, isn't that like the speed of light and how things travel at a certain distance and it takes them to get from? a
But I
certain
feel like
spot?
if time is relative, why wouldn't 3
Oh,
seconds
I see
here
what you're
be
saying.
3 seconds there?
I see
You
what
know
you're saying.
Well, time frames are different everywhere. Like, for example, once you get to Japan, I mean, we're not within the same time zone. You know, the sun sets at different times. During it's daytime here, it's nighttime there. It's,
Well, I mean, I get that, but what I'm saying is like 3 seconds over there is still 3 seconds over
oh yeah,
here.
that's definitely weird.
You know what I'm saying?
well, it's
Yeah.
different planets.
So I wonder. I think it has to do with like in space. There's like different gravities and stuff like that, and it does mess with light and sound and time and everything like that. Since obviously there's no sound. in
Depending
space.
on how far
Well,
away you
depending
are
on
from the
Yeah.
sun.
yeah,
But
you're
the weight of
rotating
something
at a
will
certain
actually
distance.
alter the time. To me, that's just insane.
Yeah. How 3
So I
seconds
think
could
that's what it has to
possibly
do with-
be like fucking 16, 7 years back in, yeah. That's definitely a trip to me. It's like 1, 2, 3. Oh shit, 16 years have passed by on Earth. Like what? Like, does time move that slowly or quickly there? You know, it's weird.
And then whose time is the real time? What time is actually the right time?
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like, how do we know? Like, people just put days into like, oh, this is this holiday. This is this holiday. Oh, like this is exactly like how.
We tell by the seasons.
It's
I
just-
think holidays are great, but people definitely
It's just everything
take
is just
advantage
all
of them.
fake. Let's just put it that way.
All right, here, let's do
Everything's
this.
all fake. Makes sense.
Yeah, like years don't exist. It's just
Let's
like year
grab
one.
a book.
It's just like day one. It's just like day 1, day 2, day 3,
No,
day
but
4.
we
But
legitimately-
days don't even exist. It's just like, oh, the sun came down now. Oh, then now the sun came
That's
up.
not
So
true.
Yeah,
now
but
it's
we all
day
tell-
2 of
Days
the
do
sun
exist
coming up.
because
We-
every certain amount of like sun rises to sun sets and stuff. There's a certain amount of time. That's how they develop.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
We
what I'm
tell-
saying.
we
So
tell by
it's
the
based,
seasons.
that's what I'm saying. It's based on the sun. So it's not based on time.
No, it's based on Earth. You can tell when winter's going to come, when the fall's going to come.
Yeah, but that
and
has nothing to do with time.
we have to.
Sure does.
It's actually relevant to time. It is.
It does.
Because
Like,
that's how we can
that's
tell when
time.
we're
A
actually
day's
prepared.
start, a day's start to a day's end. That's regardless. That's a day. That'll always be something set in stone. According to our Earth, how it revolves around the sun. That's how they learned. Oh, hey, there's seasons every 30 days or whatever. There's gonna be a different change in the weather.
Yeah.
With their weather machine?
The weather machine.
No.
Because they have weather machines.
Dude, back in the day,
No,
we were
I've
able
heard
to
of
back
this.
in
I've
the
heard
day,
of
we were
this.
able to
There's
see
a
the stars.
point
They
about
have-
Look
this.
at the stars.
They have
and
weather
the-
machines.
where
Why
they're at.
are we having rain in the summer and hot in the cold?
Well, that's because there's
Well, because-
global warming.
Global warming.
But global warming's a real
So
thing,
anyway,
I just want to get into. I just want to get into. I want to get into
Where's
everything.
it, Trump?
I need to know exactly what's going on.
Boeing?
I'm not saying global warming is wrong. I just need to know
Global warming
exactly
doesn't
what's
exist.
really going on
Okay,
because no
so
one knows.
there's
Okay, well,
pollution
you
that's
can't
going
say
on.
that you're
Hold on.
right.
I like to
There's
think of what
pollution
if
that's
stuff.
going around.
Another-
Okay, go ahead.
No, you go.
Okay, so I was going to say, yeah, the pollution is what's causing the whole global warming. We got carbon monoxide,
So I'm saying, how do you know that? Like these
Because
scientists
we
are
can
being
visually
paid by people.
Okay, have you ever
like
been
if
to
you,
the mountains?
who do you trust? You trust the scientists or you trust the politicians?
I trust what I see with my eyes. I go to the mountains. I see like there's pollution in the air. That I can see
Okay, yes,
visually.
obviously there's pollution, but how do you know that pollution is actually helping or hurting the world? Like, how do you know that?
Yeah, because I like
Because they
reading
told
dirt.
you.
I
They
like
told you
reading
in books, right? They told
carbon
you in books that
dioxide,
pollution is
gasoline.
bad, right? How do you know that? Like, why do plants take the pollution then? If it's so bad, why is that
Well, the
fuel
thing
for the
is,
still-
plants?
there's so much. Like the trees are supposed to absorb it. You know, the trees
Exactly.
recycle it and everything.
So they need
And
it. So
then-
what if we have no
But
pollution?
there
What
is
happens?
too much. If there is no pollution, holy shit, bro, we'd see the fucking clear sky.
Yeah, but
we'd
how would
see
the
stars,
how would the
we'd
plants
see
grow without
everything.
any
Yeah,
pollution?
he's right.
So
But
here's
with
the thing, though.
pollution-
When there's pollution, at least in the ocean, you can tell because there's certain like coral reefs that lose their color.
Exactly.
They turn
Yeah.
gray. and stuff.
But
like
then,
that.
like on Earth, even on land, like you can tell because look at the climate change. Like everything is changing. Like the icebergs are melting. It's getting way hotter here. We're hitting records all over the world. You know,
I
it's
would-
like
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. For me, that is like one of the things that I would actually question.
What?
Right.
What would you
Because
question?
unless people have been around for, I don't know, thousands and thousands of years, and it's the same person who can record, 14,000 years ago, it was this way. Oh, and then now it's much worse in 2020 because of,
But I'm sure that
carbon dioxide.
there's science to that. To like say, if you were to get rid of all the pollution and all the stuff that's in the air that's hurting and harming our planet, then this is how Earth would look
for
like.
sure.
I'm saying,
not
but the
saying-
scientists are
I'm not
being
saying
paid
it's
off.
beneficial. All I'm saying is like I don't think anybody actually really knows that these are record high temperatures.
No one
Or that
knows.
the icebergs should be melting.
Because
For all
also,
we know,
Well,
every
I mean, okay.
2,000 years,
We can
it goes through a
That's a
whole
good
shift or
argument.
something.
the winners,
No, hold on.
write the history books.
Hold on a minute. I mean,
yeah.
we-
So that's why the thing is like okay.
They
go ahead.
do.
This
How do
is
you-
war. This is
they- no, 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 no,
I think
no.
you guys are maybe
The
overthinking
people
it.
with influence and power write what we know today. How do we know that that's actually real?
Study and research.
Yeah, so the
thing is, like,
but this
we
is
have
just
to
basic
Study and
stuff. This is-
research tools given
But
to
this-
you by them.
But hold
At
on,
the
this
end
is
of the day, what
this
Johnny's
is just
trying to
basic
get down
stuff. Hold on.
to, what
This
Johnny's
is
trying to get down to is that you either do the research yourself, or at a certain point you're gonna more or less have to blindly accept what somebody else says because they're the expert.
Okay, yeah, but
And then
don't blindly
for
go
you
into
to
it.
do
But
that,
here's
have you
here's a
guys-
backup to that. Here's the thing I have to say about that is that that at a young age it was definitely much cooler back then, for sure. It wasn't as hot as it was during the summers. Now, as we're getting older, we're noticing record high temperatures. This is a fact.
I don't know about
we
that.
know-
Like
we-
I really don't
Come
know.
on, you
I
go outside,
Really
you
can't
can't
say that
tell
because
you can't see it like
I
something
really
melting.
can't say that because
It's
it
like
was
saying for
hot. It was
Christmas.
very hot when I was a child as well. Like it's just so hard to.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like
And-
you don't know because for Christmas, when we were kids, it was so great. But nowadays, it's like saying, okay, well, is the Christmas spirit gone from the world, or no? You're just getting older, so you're noticing it more. You know what I'm saying? It's just relative.
It's just
That's all I'm saying.
I don't know. I mean, I would make a big argument about that, but for the sake of time, I don't think I could.
What were you
just-
saying, Ezreal? I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead. I'm sorry. go
Oh,
ahead.
so I mean, like you said, so all these things are being provided to us by these people. So how do we know that it's actually a proven way, like it's the right way to do things? Sorry.
yes.
And,
It's,
um,
it's more.
Go ahead.
And what's it called? So it's like everyone's always complaining about these things. Like right now, like we're arguing about this, but yeah, it takes us. Like we have to take it upon ourselves to discover these kinds of things. If we really question it that much, like the only person that's ever gonna like actually tell you like how it is yourself. You got to research this stuff yourself. So it's like, are we gonna get up and go figure it out ourselves, or are we just gonna let, like you said, just agree with what they're saying and just have our own personal opinions and just life goes on?
Exactly.
Yes.
Now, not to change the subject, but to kind of change the subject.
There you go. Enough about the weather.
I like to think of.
He was right before the podcast started. We're going to talk about the weather.
Yes.
Next in Encino Valley, we have 14-degree weather. No, I'm just kidding. No, my next question was going to be like space travel and all this like alien talk aside. I'm just talking about like let's just say.
So is
future.
space real?
No. Would you guys think it's possible to find another planet, or do you think humans will ever like live in space on like space stations and stuff like that?
Okay.
You mean like alien?
And have ships and stuff like
You mean
that.
like-
No, I'm
So
just
we'd be
talking
the
about, like, future
aliens.
Oh, we're the aliens. Dude, we're aliens if we go to a different planet for sure. We have to be because we're inhabiting an
You still have
unknown.
to watch that movie. I gotta put that movie on for you guys.
Which one? The
Extinction.
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 It's where humans. I'm gonna ruin.
Is that the one with Keanu Reeves?
No.
Where he comes
Well,
to the
it's
planet,
basically
he's
where
like,
humans. There's these people on Earth, and then like you see aliens are starting to come in, and then it's a big like turn of events. Like it's not what you think it is. That's all I'm saying. So basically, humans are the ones that are invading Earth because somehow like the robots that they had built had taken over, and they forgot. And so like now when the humans are invading, it looks like aliens are invading, but it's really
humans retaking.
retaking over their planet.
yeah.
It's an
Interesting.
intense
That sounds
movie.
dope. I
Yeah.
like that.
There's a similar movie that follows that format. Have you ever seen iRobot?
Yes.
Yeah.
Except it's not
With Will
Interstellar.
It's basically about like machine like
Yeah, so that's a big
cyborgs taking
controversy
over.
right now. Like it's always been, like they're trying to really put AI out there.
Yeah.
And Elon Musk is like he's talking about that a lot.
I think he's legitimately scared about
he's
it. though.
legit. Everyone
Yeah,
should be.
he's
Everyone
already
should
done.
be.
No, he's already done being scared. He's already like it's past saving.
It's because
I heard about him
okay,
Past saving.
AI has so much potential. Like we're basically retards to AI, you know. So it's kind of like AI has a potential. Okay, it's like AI can just simply be like, man, these guys are retarded. Like I did all this shit and they couldn't even do it. Like might as well just get rid of them, kind of thing, you know. So that's what everyone's afraid of.
Basically pets.
Yeah, exactly. So they don't like everyone. That's what Elon fears, you know, like robots taking over. Like iRobot. That's like the perfect example. You know, you try to give it personality. You try to give it human traits. And yes, they can possibly have human traits and maybe coincide with us. But the thing is, then you have the potential of having a good and a bad, you know.
So my question though is, because for all of human existence, we've always worked and pursued certain things, right? You know, the reason we work is to provide food for our family, right? Is to have a home to live in and stuff to buy, all that stuff. Do you think robots would actually have those same goals? What would be the purpose for them working and building and continuing to make like a huge, let's say, like in the movies, you know, it always shows them like still building more robots, and then they're all doing everybody's jobs and building cities and stuff. But why? Like, what's the end game?
Yeah, what's the point of it?
Yeah.
So the thing is, like, that's the thing. Like, they don't like understand what they're doing, or they probably do, because it's like, okay, then robots are gonna take over everyone's jobs, like you said. Like, robots are gonna completely take over all of our functions. You know, and then what are we gonna do? How are we gonna make money? Are we just going to chill at home? Are these robots going to make the money for us? So like, it's kind of like, there's so much to think about.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think that they would actually have a drive other than, like...
to do their job.
I don't think that they would need to take over, because then, you know...
But that's the thing. Like,
nothing to earn it.
Like, if you're talking about plainly, like, just robots, that's a different story. But if you're talking about artificial intelligence, super intelligence, then that's another whole story again. Because robots, they're programmed. You know, you're programming a robot to do a certain job, you know, to a certain extent, and it's got to follow those rules. But whereas artificial intelligence is thinking for itself, that's the goal. They're trying to get artificial intelligence to do the things that we cannot do ourselves at a much faster rate, at a much more successful rate. So it's kind of like, you know.
I think yeah, he brings a very good point. And when it comes to like AI's goal, will be the purpose. Here's what I suspect. I don't know for a fact, but obviously, as human beings, we have a need for learning. We have a need for information. That's just how we function. I suspect it's going to be the same thing with AI, or what was it? Just new bots coming in to, you know, do what they, I guess.
So you think their drive is just to find out more information?
Yeah, exactly. So their probably goal would be, what's the end of the universe? Or what could they do?
Yeah, like, is there an end to anything?
That'd be cool.
Like,
yeah, that's what I suspect.
I think that's our goal. But we get caught up with having to eat and...
Well, the thing is, like, there's so much corruption in the world that it's like,
we're so halted, dude. We could be so much further if things
were
about money.
I agree.
Exactly.
I agree.
Like, it's like, to me, it's literally so hilarious. Like, this world is so stupid and fucked up. It's like, how can you not just simply make it so that there's not necessarily like money that you need to use? You know, why don't you just make it so that the world goes round? Like, divide everything evenly amongst everyone. You know, why can't you just make the world just
socialism?
Well, I can tell you. I can tell you this.
Look at Japan. Japan is a democratic socialist country. Mm-hmm. Look at them. Yes, they have their own, like, their ups and downs. You know, like as people, they're kind of like the men, like, are really fucking weird out there. You know, it's like they're having sex with robots and shit, and like, and you know, they're like completely ignoring the women out there. So it's kind of like, yes, they have their ups and downs, you know, but look at it as a country as a whole, as a socialist democratic country. Here we hate it. Not even we. None of us hate it. We just don't understand what it is, and the rich are manipulating us into thinking like, no, it's bad, it's bad, it's bad, it's bad. Why? Because it's bad for them. As a democratic socialist country, you're gonna have to pull out all the money from up there, from Wall Street, from all these idiots, from, like, you know, everyone who's controlling the world. Mm-hmm. And it's gonna come down, it's gonna trickle down, and it's gonna supply everyone in the world. Literally, everyone that has the money up here can literally take care of the entire world. That's how much money they have. Easily.
I think
even one of them. Even just America's debt, and that's insane too.
Exactly.
One person.
Exactly.
Jeff Bezos.
Yes.
I think within a day or so,
he can easily buy an entire country.
I feel like buying America.
There it is. You bought America. All these rich people
why
have
is that,
bought.
Why is that never? I mean, how has that never crossed anybody's mind? Like, oh,
because
I feel like
they're
owning
manipulating. The thing is, like that. None
but
of
if
us
you own the country,
I know, but the thing is, it's like, okay, look at what is it? Social media. Look at everything that they're doing to us. They're distracting us. Oh, look at Juice WRLD died. Oh, look at this person died. Look at all this famous person is being an idiot. Look at him like picking up a trash bag and fucking, you know, it's just like plain stupid. Like they're just distracting us. That's the thing. Look at sports. The entire world is distracted by sports.
I mean, I'm not. But
Well,
I don't know about that.
Here's what I have to say.
I guess you are sheltered. You don't really watch TV. This is new to you. No,
Here's what I could say on the matter. I'm not going to say I completely. I'm going to be fair on this. I can't say I completely agree with you, but I also don't completely disagree for the potential that could possibly happen.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's what I do know. When it comes to
but
those
you
sorts
have
of
to agree with me though.
But here's what I do know. When it comes to things like media, what you're indulging yourself into, that all comes down to personal responsibility.
Yes.
If you're choosing to do that yourself, that's on you. It's not. No one's putting a gun to your head saying, "Hey, you got to look at this. You got to do this." I mean, you could argue, yeah, it's everywhere, but at the same time, much like anything else, if you're not regulating yourself, then that's sort of on the person. Now, as far as what was it? You brought up an excellent point about socialism and Democrat, and the potential of like how that could go from different hierarchies and whatnot.
Yeah.
I think there is something to be said about that, because it's you give people. Here's what I believe: you give people, basically everything. You do. I think as human beings, we're inherently born not the best of mankind. I really don't. I don't. We have to. This is why I'm going to use like nature as an example. We were born. We have to be taught by our parents in order to function as basically how we're going to be into the world, and we deal with those cards and that sort of hand that we are given. So, from there, you're not basically born a very good person, but you have to learn to adapt to that sort of way.
Well, yeah, because that's just social skills, and that's something that you learn. That's nurture. Nature is
by nature
selfish.
By nature, we're born to be, basically cavemen.
Mm-hmm.
In a sense. If it wasn't for our goals to wanting to learn and our, hunger for information, then we wouldn't be very, very far in the food chain.
Yeah, but I guess we're far from that because of. Obviously, what we have for ourselves. Our brain. We don't understand ourselves. Scientists have been trying to understand our brains for so long, and it's just like they haven't gotten anywhere.
Dude, that's a great segue, though. Honestly,
mm-hmm.
What else do you guys think is even possible for our brains if we're only at still 10% within the 2,000 plus years or so that we know of?
Honestly, I'm using 80% of my brain. I just haven't told anyone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I felt you. Okay.
Yeah, it was definitely 15% right there.
But in all honesty, though, that's a great question. If we're only using 10%, what is the rest of the 90%?
What is our human
is it
potential?
superpowers?
What's our max human potential?
Is it telepathy, Is it just like an all-knowing knowledge? What is it?
So the thing is,
I thought
for me, I'll go for it.
I thought that all that was just motor skills and, functioning within your subconscious and whatnot. But I could have been gravely mistaken. But go ahead.
I don't know why.
What do you think? You've been quiet this entire time.
Johnny, we keep cutting you off.
All in.
What?
Sounds great, man. All right.
There we go, Johnny.
So what were we talking about?
Guys, it's
motor skills.
last day of
10% of your brain.
2020. This is insane to me, huh? It's just crazy.
We said it's a alien to the human
I'm
body.
just gonna talk about random shit. Random important shit.
I thought it was 5%. First of all, that your brain.
It's 10%.
It's 10%.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was 5%.
Well, is that
According
pulling
to-
in the smartest people, or is it everyone as a whole?
Yeah, look
I
that
don't
up.
think it has anything to do with
Young
intelligence.
Kyle, look
I
it
think
up.
has
Young
to do
Kyle.
with
It's
life.
just what we're all programmed to kind of.
I thought it was 5%. How much of the brain does a regular human
How much of the
Really?
brain
You're gonna
does
Google
the
it?
average person
You're
use?
gonna
He's
Google
basically
it.
the young Jamie.
You're going to Google that, and you're gonna take Google's response
That's what I'm saying. No, that's what
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
if
Okay.
it's a robot,
Hold
I
on.
already know.
Can we hold
How
on.
about you
Let me talk
go
about this.
into the school's library and research it?
Let me talk about some real stuff. Elon Musk, gun to the head, said, I'm not afraid of anything. I'm only afraid of Google. Now, let that sink in.
Google is definitely
Just wait,
out.
wait until.
Okay,
Have you
so
guys
hold up.
seen?
Let me actually talk about something real. So, hold on. According
Not
to
a brain.
medicalnewstoday.com, the question, how much of our brain do we use? According to a survey from 2013, around 65% of Americans believe that we only use 10% of our brain. But this is just a myth, according to an interview with neurologist Barry Gordon in Scientific American. He explained that the majority of the brain is almost always active. The 10% myth was also debunked in a study published in Frontiers in Human Neuroscience. Just basically MRI, magnetic resonance imaging. Interesting.
Oh wait, so why don't you find out where that stemmed from?
So it says
no.
the percentage of the brain in use at any given time varies from person to person. It also depends on what a person is doing or thinking about.
Yes. Yeah. That's.
We didn't get a percentage here, Kyle. Can you look up an actual article?
Well, the point was is
Okay,
that you're
so-
always
okay.
using a certain part
How
of your
about
body, which
we-
is motor skills and stuff like that.
How about you look up where did that come from? Where did that myth come from?
It's right here. I just didn't read.
Wasn't he said neuroscience?
Where does the 10% myth come from? It's not clear how this myth began, but there are several possible sources.
See, I think they're just trying to debunk this kind of
Oh.
stuff.
In an article published in 1907 edition of Journal Science, psychologist and author William James argued that humans only use part of their mental resources. However, he did not specify a percentage.
Yeah.
The figure
Also-
was referenced in... hold on.
How do we know this article's true? Let me get something straight. You
I
can
think that
literally
this-
write anything,
Yeah.
anything on the internet, and
Is it a
somebody like
peer-reviewed
you-
article?
somebody like anybody.
If it's not
exactly.
a peer-reviewed article, then it's
How do we
kinda-
know that's true?
Let me see.
We don't think much
It's
is
literally
true
just
on
an
this
article
podcast.
written
See
by
how, like, see how
Bob.
they're
It's
telling
written
us
by
if you
Bob.
Google it?
Listen to this.
Just Google it.
This article is medically reviewed by Daniel
Medically
Burrell,
my ass.
MD, written by Lana Burgess on
Medically my ass.
September. February 27,
September.
2018.
Ever.
Whatever. Anyways, at the end of the day, again, this is Johnny's whole point.
At the end of the day,
He
Boston
questions everything.
Dynamics,
And I think that's
Boston
good.
Dynamics is making these robots that are dancing like little TikTok stars.
What?
Now, that's been, it's been literally
How
like,
did we go from talking about their brain's
hold on, guys,
capacity
hold
to
on, hold on. Let me speak.
dancing robots?
These robots are almost doing everything that a human is
Can they twerk?
in literally like 3 months. No, 3 months, because 3 months
No.
ago they were just little dogs, but now they're almost like humans. So what? Like five months, a year from now, what are they gonna be? Exactly like Terminators, exactly programmed with
Yeah, that's what
Alexa,
Elon
Siri.
We suspect this. We don't know this.
All
for-
of them. They're all going to be programmed with them. They're going to have AI consciousness, and they're going to be exact humans, just like all the movies
is-
show with like policemen that are actually robots.
This is all theoretical.
I mean, it's not
Theoretical, my
necessarily
ass.
theoretical because it's
Dude,
coming.
look
it's-
at it. There's
it's
proof,
happening.
dude. There's proof of them actually
But
real.
then I'm going to go back to your point that you brought up earlier about the medical thing. How do you know that article is real?
What? No, it's visual. You just talked about how I only believe what I see.
Yeah.
It's literally proof that these robots are real, and they.
Oh no, I'm not denying the robots are not real.
I've seen them.
I don't
come
deny
here,
that.
And now they're all the way over here.
I mean,
And they're
artificial
literally
intelligence
so
is
close to
everywhere.
humans. They're literally so close.
I'm
to
not
humans.
denying any of that. Yeah.
So why are you questioning me?
You brought up a point that they're taking over the universe and that they were going to work at jobs or something like that.
I didn't bring that up.
Oh, then I misheard the sound.
That was the point that Azrael and I were making.
I didn't make that up. I'm
Okay,
saying
then,
that
that was.
that what's the future of robots when they're already almost humans, and then once they get programmed with artificial intelligence, or once they get programmed with all the stuff that Alexa, Siri, all the phones are listening to us with, they have extreme knowledge of everything and anything at a moment's notice. They don't have any loss of knowledge ever. They have perfect memory.
That's what I'm saying. That's where my question stemmed from, of like, what would be their next pursuit? You know, what's the reason for building? What's the reason for continuing if they're already all-knowing, basically?
Yeah, so that's why,
I'm
like,
not sure if they're all
something
knowing.
that
per
Elon
se.
was arguing is like you definitely have to have like government oversight. You know, like you have to regulate these things. You have to give these things a purpose. You know, and
Yes.
still continue to give humans their own purpose. You know, so that's the question: what's going to be our purpose?
Well, it's too late now. It's we have to join them now because
Well,
it's
it's
too late.
never too late.
No,
That's
it's
why
too late.
it's up to the people. You know,
No, it's too late.
If the
Elon
people
Musk
If the people can realize that they're not
Elon Musk
as worthless and they actually do have a
says
say,
too late.
then things will actually start
you
to change.
know what?
I mean, look at all these movements in the past.
Our purpose,
because someone decided to step up to the plate. Then can you guys hear me better now?
Oh yeah, my bad. I can see.
our purpose is to mesh with them. We're already part cyborg, having the phone on us any second. Like 90% of our knowledge is from what our phone told us. So next, they're gonna start implementing chips inside of us. So we're gonna be half cyborg, half whatever. And then once you like lose parts, then it's gonna be like, oh, just put in a metal arm or whatever. And then eventually, like, no one's gonna have births anymore, like, because screw births, because they could have so many defects. So they're just gonna be like, how about we make this perfect baby for you, and it's just gonna be all like synthetic and whatever, and it's gonna be perfect, no defects, perfect studies, perfect scores, ACT, SAT, everything. Like, why would you want like?
Yeah,
this?
but then that's when like the alteration of like these things comes into play. It's kind of like, why are you going to alter someone from being who they potentially could have been, So
because the premise is usually to save them from certain diseases and
oh yeah, for sure. I get that point. There you go. But if you're gonna do that to every single child,
I'm just
if
saying,
you're gonna do that to every single child to bring about the max human potential for everyone, then it's kind of like
these 3-year-olds, maybe even one or 2-year-olds, are coming out of the womb with an iPad.
Oh, for sure.
What's the future? They're gonna be in the womb with an iPad.
They come out of the fucking womb. What? I forgot what I was.
Let me take a selfie. So it's like ridiculous. What's the future? These like 4-year-old kids are like cracked at Fortnite.
The new iPhone for infants.
It's just unbelievable. Like, what's the future of this world if like everyone's just going to more technology? I mean, there was a picture of like, I don't know, 2018. It was like one computer screen. Now it's like 2040. It's going to be like 30 million computer screens. And then
wouldn't they be less?
There's going to be.
We're going smaller in size, or like somewhat smaller in size.
Not all of us.
Only you in your pants.
Wow.
Way to clarify that, Johnny.
Everyone's going bigger.
Anyway,
there's just like everything is just more screens, like more technology. Make it bigger. It's just like.
So what's the bad thing about it? Because I kind of like technology, Johnny. Like, I've seen certain wristbands and stuff that you can have on your arm. I know it's just still a concept. But like, you do this, and then like your phone screen's right here, like displayed on your arm. You're just going like this,
I know, there's nothing, dude. There's nothing bad with it.
There's nothing wrong.
It's just. Do you take the red pill or do you take the blue pill? Let's go, Mike.
Red pill or blue pill for what exactly? You gotta be more specific.
You kidding me?
No,
you don't know this?
What's the blue pill? Is the blue pill the good pill?
No, I've seen The Matrix. But what are you talking?
I'm talking exactly that because it's the same thing as this world. It's like, do you enjoy this world and not know what's actually going on? Or do you want to know everything and all the dark secrets and what's actually going on and what's going to really happen? Or do you just want to live in your fantasy world of paradise in an island with your girlfriend? Doing. So it's like, do you want to really know what's going on in this world? Or do you just want to like pretend like nothing is wrong in this world and just live your life? What is it?
I'd rather know what's going on around the world, but if I could have a gun to my head for the first, I guess I would take the gun to the head.
Honestly?
What?
I think...
You just want to kill yourself?
Yeah, that would be the only alternative.
Well,
right?
That's the thing. I think that's the thing of choosing the pills is, what are you going to do about it? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, what are you going to do about it?
It's like, let's say if you
then you would go for truth.
No. What I'm saying is, like, let's say you go for the blissful ignorance or you go for, like, the staggering truth. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to just give up on life because saying, damn, the world is evil and awful, man, I suck too, boom, I'm dead? Or are you going to be one to change it? On the same side with the blissful ignorance, are you going to be happy in that existence? Or are you going to wish you knew more?
Because that's exactly what happens at the end of The Matrix. He ends up dying, so it would be like literally
yeah, but at least he was trying to change it, though.
Oh, trying to change it.
He was trying to change it.
He died for something, Mike.
I mean,
are you going to die for something?
You got to die for something?
Or are you just going to kill yourself because somebody gives you 2 pills?
No, I'm saying that's the results.
I'm
I'm saying that's the results. Once you know enough information, that's going to just be the end result at the end.
Yeah, but then you know all this information and you have the opportunity to provide everyone with this information, and enlighten everyone and explain to everyone like what it is, what's going on. You know, like they said, like everything that the government is teaching us is what they want us to know. You know, it's like everything in the history books is written in a manner that they want us to know it. And you know,
because the winners of the wars dictate what goes in the history books.
exactly.
What I just said.
The winners of the wars.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
everything that's written is exactly what
Dead
they
people
want us to
can't
know.
write books, unfortunately.
Dead men tell no tales.
Dead men tell no tales.
Yeah, man, and everyone who won the war make them look like they're really good guys.
Mm-hmm.
Which, who knows, they might have been, but we never know.
Oh, speaking of which, there's this show. It's called Man in the High Castle. Have you guys seen it or heard of it?
No, I
No,
haven't.
no one watches your show.
So this show is on. Okay, because I watch good shows.
Let him promote the show.
This show is on Amazon. I'm serious. This show's on Amazon Prime. It's called Man in the High Castle. The whole premise of the show is if we didn't win World War II. So if what was it? I think it's World War II, right? With Japan and Germany and stuff like that. If we didn't win, and then in the show it shows that America is actually like half divided between Japan and then half divided between Germany. And so there's like, I think LA is Japan's section and stuff. Like the West Coast is for Japan, and then the East Coast is Germany. But it's just really crazy because then you see certain things that change, you know, and like I think like certain monuments are different or whatever. And it's just it's a whole different world. That's all I'm saying. Like it's a cool thing to think of.
Yeah, for sure.
Obviously, it sucked. Life in that in that reality sucked.
Yeah.
And then there's another part of it, like you see in the show, where there's film from our reality that they see and they're like, oh, well, this is fake. Like, how did this happen? But then somehow the character can like transfer in between both realities. It's pretty trippy.
That's dope. Where is this? Is that on Netflix?
It's on Amazon Prime.
Oh, Amazon
Man in the
Prime.
High
No
Castle.
wonder. You gotta pay for this shit.
You got to pay for it these
We
days.
have to pay for
I have
Netflix,
Netflix too, but I mean,
Yeah.
I'd probably go for Amazon Prime instead of Netflix. Netflix doesn't really have shit.
Yeah, I mean,
I need to cancel that.
Anyways, all I'm saying is that those are some good shows you guys should watch.
Yeah.
I like shows that like take our reality and make us question it.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
That's why I think I like Inception. I like
Conception?
The
Inception?
Matrix and stuff. You know.
Mm-hmm.
You like Conception?
Well,
Okay. Oh, wow.
I mean, at least Kyle could get something out of it. I mean, right?
what? Where's this going?
I don't know where it's going.
So,
That was
Avatar.
hilarious.
Yes.
Avatar: The Last Airbender. Have you guys have you seen it?
No.
I've seen half of it.
You seen half of it?
Half.
TV show or the movie?
The TV show. Fuck
Dude, the movie
that movie was
Such
terrible, man.
garbage.
It was just Ong. Hey, Ong. Wait, what was his name? How did they say
His name
it?
is Ong.
Ong, yeah.
Because that's the way that they would have pronounced it back
Yeah.
then.
It was just so stupid, and they skipped so many chapters of it. It was just like
It was
poorly,
insignificant, yeah.
poorly made, man. That was just terrible.
Yeah, I've heard of
Along
it.
with every other live action version of every other like Dragon
What-
Ball Z too. That
What's
was
the
terrible.
deal with that? Why do they always render or just make the worst out of any live action? There's not been
Americans,
one
man.
I
good
think
one.
the thing is, when it comes to like cartoons and like books and stuff like that, when they make live action movies out of these things, everybody imagines their own, I don't know, these stories in their own head, right? So nothing's ever going to compare to your own imagination, right? So if I was to try to depict it in my way, you'd probably think it sucked. And
I
vice
mean,
versa.
but you still know what good quality is, though.
I mean, I guess, yeah. But all I'm saying is, like, if you're trying to tell a story from somebody else's point of view, it's never gonna measure up to what you think it, like, the
That's
best
true.
version is.
I agree
That's all
with
I'm
that.
saying.
I can agree with that.
And unfortunately, the guy who directed the
Was
Avatar
one of
movie
those.
is just terrible.
It was just
Yeah.
off.
Way off from anybody's level of good.
Oh man.
Like the Game of Thrones last season.
I didn't watch any Game of Thrones.
Neither did I.
I didn't either, but I just watched the last season.
You got to mention it.
All I heard-
You gotta say it out loud.
What? Hold on. What? Really? No
Wait,
way.
what?
Oh no, it wasn't. No, it's just the show had like incest and stuff in it, and I'm like,
Oh.
why? No, I'm not even
Because
exaggerating.
that's the old times. That's how it goes.
But I don't need to see that. Why was that a crucial part to put
Yeah,
in the
well,
story?
that's-
Like, if you're
like-
just doing dragons and knights and
Yeah,
elves and
exactly.
stuff
Like, why do you
that,
have to
fine.
implement sex and like
They do it with
sexual
everything,
activity, like especially incest within like your family? You
I
know?
mean,
like,
if
it
they
was
wanted to
good.
Insinuate it, go ahead.
Yeah, but by
Why do
no
you
I don't
means.
need to
Why do
see
you think?
it.
Oh, but they were actually showing these things.
Bro, why do you think Step Bro shit is the number one on fucking that one site?
Oh yeah.
Huh?
Step bro, what?
Yeah, you tell me. Why is incest the number one on that site? It's just.
How do you know?
People are ridiculous.
He looks it up, obviously.
I obviously
His
know
go-to
from the
website.
statistics of That's how it is. I'm not into that stuff, but it's like
I don't know, man.
I have to let you know, Johnny, I'm pretty sure they're probably not related.
it's the same thing with the show. It's the same thing with the Game of Thrones show. It's like they're obviously not related, but it's just that's how it went in the times.
But the thing is, like, it's
wonder if-
affecting everyone neurologically. Like, in their brain, they're
He's right.
thinking, you know, it's
Yeah,
in
he's-
their head now. It's stuck in their head. So when the situation arises, you know, some people will obviously just be like, well, fuck this shit, you know, but some people will let themselves be influenced by these things, and obviously people are talking about this. Oh, my stepsisters, and then, you know, some people just unfortunately are crazy enough to do this kind of shit, you know, and especially even with their own families, you know, like fathers, mothers, you know, brothers, sisters, cousins. It's like everyone's a victim of this stuff, and it's just terrible.
I think we know it's a legitimate fact. It's just the question was, why was it in movies and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's unnecessary. That's all I'm
It's
saying.
just
That's
very
all I'm saying is that just that's why.
No, I agree. I mean,
Yeah.
There's so many things in movies that are unnecessary.
But it pleases the eye of the man and the woman.
I don't know. I just never
And it's
watched
just-
it. That's
There's
Well,
something.
what it
There's
used to be
something for
back in the day.
everybody.
But
There's
tea.
something for everybody. That's why there's so many different flavors of tea, and you're not gonna like all of them, and they're not
Flavors of
gonna like
tea.
what you like.
You
And
mean
no one
Maxine's
likes your
not gonna like
shows,
me
and no one
drinking
likes my shows, and you like Superman, and I like Batman.
I'm a bat.
All right, guys. That's all the time we have for today. He said I'm the bat, so that means that's my cue to get out of here.
You're joking.
That was Azrael. That was Star Killer Mike over there.